Dennis would know.
You mentioned the Scottish engineers reminds me in the latest Trek film.
yes.
In the latest Trek film, I have to say this: the guy, they certainly got good typecasting. The fellow who played Chekhov certainly sounded like a Russian.
Well, yeah, well, his name is Russian.
Okay, the guy who played
some of the Terminator.
which I'm going to go see next week. The guy who played Scotty certainly sounded Scottish.
Well, he was.
He was.
He's from Shaun of the Dead.
I guess not.
Actually, I understand his Scottish accent is not considered by genuine Scottish.
Well, you know what happens when they're standing there with the engineer. That's Raymond Massey, Humphrey Baldwin, and the Scottish engineer. He says, Scotty, can you get up steam again? He says, I can get up steam again. And he says, I hope you're able to get away from him because I kind of swim. So they're lighting up cigarettes. And he lights the captains and he lights his own. He offers the match to the Scotsman. He says, "Can I have another match, please?" He says, "What's the matter, Scotty? You're nervous." He says, I'm not a superstitious man. I just did like the 10th Providence. You know what that's from, don't you? That's from World War I on the trenches. 3 men on a match. By the time the third guy would light a match, the German would have it. It wouldn't have to be a sniper even. It's just somebody drawing a bead on them. And the third one would always get it.
I will say this about the Trek film. The two characters that to me, and I don't know, everybody says that the guy who plays Spock, Quinto, is a dead ringer for Nimoy. He's a look-alike. He certainly isn't a sound-alike, even though, of course, they did bring in Spock at the, the old Spock. Now,
how did they connect to Spock Classic?
How did they connect to it? Have you seen the film?
When he hit puberty.
But
the mother.
Oh, Marvel.
And she has a 27-year-old son.
They've done the DC thing and well, they started in a different. They started back at the Starfleet days and pulled another time warp with a Romulan.
Now here's the funny thing.
Yeah, they basically threw out the entire.
Oh well, yes. Now
So now it's the B universe.
In several Trek episodes.
If you remember the last episode of Next Gen, All Good Things, it's the same kind of.
Yeah, except in that one episode, I thought the last episode of Next Gen was Q Squared.
No, Next Gen's last episode was All Good Things, where Q screws up time continuum, similar to the way that happens in
oh, that's right. He goes backwards and forwards.
He goes backwards and forwards.
Right.
And in this universe,
but there was an
still
effect.
in Starfleet when the Romulan a Romulan mining vessel pops back through a time warp after seeing Romulus destroyed by
so he attacks
a supernova.
Whereas in the original series, no one from the Federation ever saw Romulan until about halfway through the first season.
Exactly.
Now the funny thing,
Balance of Terror, which is the rewrite of the submarine.
No. When they did Enterprise, which precedes that, they didn't see the Romulans, but the Romulans were there. The ship was there.
There was no visual contact. They fought the Romulans.
Well, they
encountered the Romulans, but there was no face-to-face contact.
Well, that's because of Balance of Terror. They had to keep the continuum straight. I mean, when you realize the actual history of Star Trek, I don't mean the Star Trek universe, but I mean the production stuff. It was a question of this was an excuse to do certain things. I don't think Gene ever visualized. He had so much trouble getting that show on the air. I don't think he ever foresaw what this was going to become.
He was lucky to get the show on the air. We were lucky to see it.
Believe me, I was there. I had friends protesting in front of NBC. My mother threatened me if I showed up there. You gotta understand, I was like 16 at the time, or 17. She said, you're not going anywhere near there.
Yeah, I've already drawn parallels between Earth Final Conflict and today, because Earth Final Conflict was produced in 1997 and set roughly about now.
Yeah, but
and they've accurately predicted the globals, the iPhone, accurately foretold a major war of the United States in the Asian continent, although they got the countries wrong.
Well, what do you want?
Do they have it
In Final Conflict, it was called the SI
Well, there's always
Wars.
these little communicator things, you know,
Yeah,
you flip
yeah.
them open, you talk to them, especially the press talk
In
ones.
Conflict, it was the SI Wars, essentially between China and India, and instead we have Iraq and Afghanistan.
All I will say is this.
by a little. So I'm waiting for
Close
the
enough for
aliens.
government work.
All I'll say
I'm waiting for the companion.
Yeah, but if you go back even to some things not related to Trek, if you've ever seen
about
Fahrenheit
eugenics
451, the movie, the flat panel screen,
Or better, yeah.
TV hanging on the wall, and that's what, before that,
Fahrenheit 451.
that's what I just said.
Wall
Star
Street.
Trek. How about Voyage to see what's at the bottom?
Yeah, but if you go back to Trek,
Elise, I will say this. I know that in 1960, what was the first year? 67, whatever it was.
Trek September 8th, 1966.
Okay.
The year
day
after
that will live in
2001.
Yeah.
Yes.
Here's the thing. If you know, as the Elf Queen says in the Tamlin ballad, if I knew now what I knew then, I would turn your eyes into two eyes of wood and your heart to stone and turn you into a tree. Because that's what she says to Tamlin.
Well, I don't think we want to do that to Gene.
No.
so-
But had we known what episodes would show up in years 2 and 3, I tell you very honestly, when I saw the episode where the Melkosians sent them back to October 27th, 1881, Tombstone, I said, oi!
I'll tell you something. I understand what you're talking about, but in all honesty, it was a Halloween episode.
It was,
The all-time, there's
They all started
two,
wearing masks.
there's two worst episodes.
I mean,
One of which
was
has got to be Spock's brain, and the other one is with
That which survives was pretty bad.
that which survives though.
Which one was that?
Omega Glory.
Omega Glory. Which is
Omega Glory is the one where they end up in the planet with something that looks like the American flag. And the Yankees.
Through the years, and
That was first season.
Oh, wait a minute.
No, it wasn't. It
No,
was
it was
third
not first season.
It was written by Roddenberry.
Yes,
No,
it
it
was.
wasn't
It was
first
the
season.
third possibility of a pilot. He wrote 3 scripts.
Are you
He wrote The Cage, he wrote Where No Man Has Gone Before, and he wrote Omega Glory. And Omega Glory is one of the worst episodes they ever
Are you
did.
talking about
That's the one where we find in the United States.
the Combs and the
On other
Yangs?
planets.
We the people, written in letters so big that they stand out above everything else. Oh,
No,
God.
I love that. That was not written.
pluribus something or other.
Was not written for chiefs or sons of chiefs or
Yeah,
something.
that's it.
the rich and the powerful, but for everyone.
And you hear da 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 da. Oh God!
Believe me, it was a third season episode.
Remember a guy by the name of Harry Warner Jr.?
Yes.
On the other hand, they had some brilliant ones, like when he turned the cage was phenomenal.
Oh well, I love the menagerie. I mean,
Yeah, but the cage is better than the menagerie.
what? You think the cage is better than the menagerie?
The menagerie, he took the cage, which
Well,
was
yeah, but-
65
and it's
minutes of
two-part
their
story,
time,
yeah, right.
and he turned it into, no, he did a very good job with
Only
it.
double
I don't know if you go
episode
back
in the
this far.
in the
It's
original
because he had 65 minutes of
I'm
footage.
not sure.
The point is, the
Harry
menagerie
Warner
is an
Jr.
excellent episode. But the original cage,
Spock says to McCoy, "Are you doing all right, Doctor?" And you can see them flailing away with tridents and swords. He says, "What kind of a stupid question is that?"
that was the cute line, though.
Oh, that
That was done with the same thing, the sun, right?
Yeah, the
Yeah,
sun. Yeah.
some kind of stuff. But the thing is, I don't know the scene. I mean, McCoy is trying to just avoid getting himself stabbed through the heart or something, and
Oh, when
Spock is fighting. And he's going, "Doctor, are you doing okay?" He says, "Yes, I'm doing just fine."
He had everybody in it except Jay Robinson going, "Find me tribute, Galileo! Of the Praetorian Guard crucified at the city gate!"
Now, which season, Elise, because you probably know all this.
I
by
might.
Which season was Gamesters of Triskelion?
Second season.
Third season.
No.
You know what's funny
Second
about
season.
the interesting thing about that. Remember the because of course each
And
one
me with my Star Trek concordance.
each
of
one
Borough.
each of the characters
started to.
each of the
Each got their own
they
thrall,
got their own thrall. And remember the one that got Chekhov?
Okay.
Oh yeah, with the orange hair.
Yeah. Did she have orange hair?
She had orange hair.
And who was the one that got Uhura?
Oh,
Oh,
he was like a
Some big hunk.
hunky guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that reminds me. What I was going to make a point in the new Trek film. Now, as I say,
No, it's-
I don't know
Oh,
what.
that's something.
Certainly, the guy who plays Nimoy is not a Nimoy sound-alike. Also, I was fooled by the woman who plays Uhura. I swear, Elise, she sounded like a white super chick.
She was a black
She's
super